should you move to Kenya and open a business? Well, maybe.
But not straight away.
Not straight away. We'll tell you why.
No rush.
We've been chatting to some people this week in Diani that have moved here from Europe. Retirement plan, semi-retirement, opening up a little business. And the whole thing has just gone wrong. And we've seen this a lot for many people, yeah? Usually Germans. I don't think that's because Germans are in any way predisposed to this at all. I think it's just that I would say 8, maybe 9 out of every 10 people in this region, white people happen to be German.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. So all the people we've been chatting to are German. And we went to see a couple, lovely couple, and they came over here to open 2 businesses, retire to the area. And as I say, it's just gone horribly wrong.
Yeah. We are not trying to scare anyone at all not to move in Diani. It's a very nice place to be. But you have to be so careful to what you're going to do. Yeah, because you're going to lose everything. You can lose all of your money. Yeah? Yeah.
Things seem to start going wrong when people start paying up front for things. We won't do it. We don't pay up front for anything. Ever.
Yeah.
We don't care how much somebody kicks and screams. We don't care if they don't want to work with us, whatever. We will not do it. Because we've seen with other people how it goes wrong. If you start giving people 50% up front, then you're on a hiding to nothing. And we see it all the time in groups that we're in online. I've paid half for a sofa, the guy hasn't delivered. I've paid somebody half up front to do a day's labour and they've not turned up. I mean, I don't know if this is a Kenyan thing or an African thing or what. I mean, this just doesn't happen in the UK. You do your day's work and then you get paid.
It happens here in Kenya regularly. It's like when I try to some people, like, if you don't want to pay me, look for someone else. Because it's like a culture.
Fine. Yeah.
It's like a culture here in our place. So even when you are building our house, they used to tell me, because you told me don't pay anyone, yeah?
Yeah.
So we make a deal like we are going to pay like someone like a blumber, maybe 50,000. He will ask me for 25,000 before even we start the work. And I could say no, because what makes me like... What will it like make that person come and work for us? It cannot disappear.
Yeah, you are incentivizing that person not to work. Yeah. If you're giving 50% of the money for doing nothing, and then you can have 100% for doing the work, then what is the best deal? You're better off doing nothing. Yeah. So we just don't do it. So what had happened? They sent over several million shillings to a lady in Mombasa who was going to buy land for them and build a house for them. What actually happened? They turned up here quite late at night, they said.
Yeah.
She was difficult to get hold of, the lady.
Remember they brought everything from the ship, everything from Germany by tank, yeah?
And they found a perimeter wall and then the 4 walls
of the house.
And that was it. Their money is gone. Oh, and the worst thing, the title deed is not in their name. So their money has gone. So they then bought another patch of land near us and they built another house, made a much better job of it this time, although the roof is all wavy and needs redoing. The cost, I would guess, is probably going to be $12,000 to rectify it. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to rectify it the same way they would in Germany by paying a solicitor a load of money.
To chase the person.
That won't work. It won't work in Kenya. Why won't it work? Well, here we don't even have an address system. Yeah, there isn't even a postal system. You're just wasting money on a solicitor trying to chase somebody who's just going to disappear into thin air.
Yeah.
Because there is also a huge, what is called an informal sector. So this is referring to the workforce, which is unregulated. It's mainly cash-based, pretty much all cash-based, very little record keeping, and very little in the way of accountability. Yeah. So if you're coming over to Kenya and you're thinking of retiring here, as many people do, take some time to really learn the system, how things work here, because it's so different. And I found it different. Very, very different, and I still do, because there's like scams that appear every day. I heard about one this morning with regards to transport, and I thought, that's crazy. Do people really do that? And we're going to do a detailed discussion chat about transport in general, the business, and how it looks so tempting on paper, but what actually happens in reality.
Yeah.
They'd set up two businesses, a tuk-tuk business where you rent out the tuk-tuks, or as I say, rickshaws, whatever you want to call them. And on paper it looks good, looks like a good return. In reality, you're dealing with drivers who are not going to pay you each day. They're going to come up with all kinds of excuses. Like,
they kill their family. Oh, my mother's dead. My sister is sick. My auntie is in this hospital. They'll always I call them sympathetic, fake excuses. And they're not even feeling ashamed of killing their own relatives in the name of just buying time with you. Like, you have to forget about all this money. In short, I'm not giving you anything. No money today.
Exactly. So your revenue each month is nothing like what you envisaged it was going to be, and what it should be. The other business they set up, again, which I think is such a good business on paper, motorcycle spares. Motorcycles are everywhere here, they're just ubiquitous. But the problem is you're dealing with small physical products that are very difficult to keep a stock take of. And you're dealing with a largely cash-based business, so it's difficult to keep control of your stock and your cash. He had problems with stock control, cash, and also the landlord.
Yeah.
That had already been paid, and then asking for more money, demanding more money from the staff working there. They taking money out of the till. Just an absolute nightmare. High energy, low revenue business.
Yeah,
Not a good one.
Yeah, because there's no accountability. And the problem is, if both of you couples are white here in Kenya, honestly, the life, it's not that paradise,
Yeah, I was going to be a little bit more diplomatic and say, if you're maybe not even a non-Kenyan, a non-African, and you're coming here. When we left their house the other day, we came back home, and I felt so sad for them, because they had a plan, they've moved here, and it's all gone horribly wrong. I mean, they'll sort themselves out, I'm sure, but if you're coming here as two Europeans and you're diving into things straight away because you feel like you ought to be doing something, we would say just wait, just slowly, as they say in Kenya, poli, slowly get to know how things really work
in that area.
Because when I first came here, I thought that tuk-tuk business, I thought, well, that's a great business to be involved with. You buy them for this amount, you rent them out for that. Now, I wouldn't want them if you gave me them. Yeah? If you gave me the tuk-tuks for free, I still wouldn't want them, because I know the hassle they bring the owners every single day. Yeah, a nightmare business to be involved with.
It is, and for us, like a couple of black and white, things could be a little bit easier because I know our system well,
Yeah, I mean, my knowledge of Kenya is good, I would say.
Yeah.
It's nothing like what yours is.
Of course, I know. I was born here. Yeah.
And most of my knowledge probably comes from you anyway. Yeah.
So things for us could be like more
we have a
easier,
huge advantage.
Just pure whatever.
Yeah.
And please, those guys who are trying to send money and trust anyone here. I'm not saying there is no good people there, but you can end up landing on the wrong hands and lose all of your money and just left bankrupt. No one cares about that,
We will talk at some point in the near future about building a house in Kenya and the way to go about it. The way you manage that process can be the difference between, getting the home of your dreams or getting an absolute nightmare scenario. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat soon.
Bye.